I made a video recently comparing long fences to short fences, and in the comments to that video, I got corrected a couple of times on the placement of my fence, my short fence. Apparently I had it actually longer than it should be, and the usual placement of the end of that fence should be somewhere between the front of the blade facing the operator and the arbor somewhere in the middle there. So I said in that video that you're basically giving up control over the workpiece, and if your fence is that far forward, you're actually giving up accuracy as well. And I'll demonstrate here. In this first cut, I'm using my standard fence, the one I normally use, and it guides the workpiece all the way through and supports it along the full cut. And that's important to me. Not only is it the support that I want and expect, it also ensures the accuracy of the cut. Now in this example, I've added a piece to my fence to cut a smaller piece of plywood, just to demonstrate what happens as you're pushing it towards the end of the cut. What I'm finding is that as I'm pushing it ahead, I not only have to steer it to make sure it's going straight ahead, I need to push it harder against the fence than I normally would just to get it to go straight. And even with that extra effort, I still wind up with a cut that's not straight on the end of the panel. I think you can see here I'm putting a straight edge up against the cut towards the end there. And this is the result. I can actually fit my fingernail in that dip. Now, like I also said in the original video, if I had to get used to this kind of orientation, I would. I don't think I'd like it though, because like I say, you're giving up too much control and accuracy. And that's important to me when I'm making table saw cuts. I don't want something that's furniture ready. I mean, the cut that comes off a table saw, I expect it to be accurate only. I don't expect it to be absolutely dead smooth. But if I have to take it then and do extra work to actually flatten it or straighten it, then it's absolutely not worth the supposed reduction in kickback that this shorter fence will provide. Now, if you're just starting out using a table saw, a short fence like this can be beneficial, mainly because it's so forgiving. But as your skills progress, you'll probably want to shoot for a little bit more accuracy, and you'll want to make sure that your cuts are actually straight when they're coming off the saw. This is very important if you're making casework like cabinetry. You certainly don't want one end of the piece of wood to be wider than it is in the middle.